Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're playing something new called Strange Horticulture, and it's like an occult puzzle game where the main protagonist is a flower shop owner, and there's a bit of murder mystery as far as I'm aware. So without further ado, let's have a look and see what it brings us. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that the neighbours can reach across and shake hands, or, more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses after all. Day 1, Friday. This game features some small text. If you're having difficulty reading, you can also hold shift to zoom in. Let's see how small is small. My eyesight is not what it used to be. Let's have a look. Okay, so if you shift, you get a magnifying glass, and boy does it zoom in. I found it, an excerpt on the elusive wandering view. Come to the library in Ambleside and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the gilded dendra that might be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellebore a good scratch behind the ears from me. So, that is something I saw in the trailer. Oh, look at her. So give her a scratch. I mean, she's pretty happy having a nap, to be honest. So let's have a quick look around. It's a beautiful rainy day. Okay, we've got scrolly bits of plants. And we can move them around. Some mushrooms. Oh, watering can. I wonder if they wilt if you don't water them. Let's find out. These should be our test subjects. Okay, we've got the will to explore. I have neither the time nor the inclination. Okay, you can water your plants using the watering can to earn will to explore. A closer inspection, drag a plant here to take a closer look at it. And a rising dread. I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. We've got a bell, and we've got a handy drawer. You can drag items from here onto your desk. So we've got a book, a map, whatever this is, some labels, archive, and letters, of which we have got one. Dangerous plant, grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Back Barrow, keep it secret. So I wonder... Ooh! And we have got some will to explore. I wonder if... Shall we go and have a look? It's probably not the order we're meant to do it, but it's our game, so let's do what we want. So, I'm assuming we click on a square that we think the clue is giving us. So, sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Back Barrow, keep it secret. Oh, Back Barrow, where are you? So northeast would be these hills, I assume. So do we just click and go? Oh, we do. The weather changes fast in the hills. What started as a grey morning has turned into bright sunshine. A good thing too, because it takes me several hours to find what I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over, a cloak of unwelcome shade. And a new plant has been acquired. Okay, and that seems to just go up. So if we quickly have a little experiment. And that goes up faster. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, well, we'll leave that for now. You have a big tick, so I assume you're in your archive, but let's see what Miss Victoria Gray has to say. I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day, surrounded by plants. I came here because I have an unusual request. At night I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me, but nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has got the better of me. I must find out what they're saying. So St. John's poppy. And I have a feeling if we open, what are these? Ooh. Okay. So they're a thing. Right, okay. There's a lot. Anything else? I don't think so. Right. St. John's poppy. The vibrant petals of this flower can be brewed to create a draught that can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. The flowers of the St. John's poppy are bright red with a yellow centre. Okay, so I don't think it's going to be you. Maybe we should colour coordinate these so we can see them better. Well, you are bright red with the yellow centre. You're bright red but no yellow centre, so let's take a closer inspection. Flowers are red with a sweet scent. I think you're the only ones that are going to fit, so let's use this. And we have identified our first flower or plant. And we have a new page as well. So it's a clavilium. I'll read this when we... Let's have a look actually, in case it's useful. According to legend, clavilium can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned this plant the nickname Lovelock. Okay, so that's that done. I do want to label this. Copy. And done. So you're there. Let's put him up there, and any others that we label we will put up there as well, I think. David Schaefer. Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Good for the plants though, eh? Got a letter for you. Oh, thank you very much, David. Who is writing to us? Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that wickedness has infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travellers. On the northeast corner of the wood I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Well, thank you, Mr. Duncan. We have some will, so let's go and see if we can explore. We've got the two, haven't we? So, Ambleside Library, to see about the Wandering Bew. Now, where is Ambleside Library? I wonder if we'll be going to all of these places, or just a selection of them. Aha! The library here in Ambleside is one of my favourite haunts. Simone, the librarian, is always helpful and friendly, and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today she's grinning ear to ear and cannot wait to show me what she's found. Oh, well, thank you very much, Simone. Gilded Dendra and Wandering Bew. So, do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to Dendra's miasma. a sure and painful way to die. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. Well, hopefully we haven't got that. And then, so called because this fungus can move slowly in the dark. It has been known to cover distances of up to several metres in a single night. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They're also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the nickname Finger's Bane. Right, that is good to know. So let's close you back up and see what Gilbert Ames has to say. Something got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to take the long way around, down through Back Barrow. I never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now and I've brought Fennet from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. Okay, well let's just archive that. Hardly worth the trouble when you factor in the extra miles I've had to cover to get here. Well, that seems very much like a him problem, doesn't it? So let's just get him what he needs. So lemon dandy. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is most associated with curing afflictions of the heart. Okay, Mr. Ames, are you sad? Which one looks like a lemon rind? So it's curled leaves, so none of you are curled. You're more wilted. You are curled. The smell is faintly off-putting but not overpowering. And that looks awfully like that, doesn't it? So, Mr. Ames, for you, sir. And we have identified another one. And we have a new plant. So let's just get our labels on. Okay, we'll put you up there with the poppy. And see what we've got in here. So, what did he say? I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town, so south of Gosforth. So here's Gosforth. South of there are some woods. On the northeast corner of the wood, which would be here, I sat and stared at the bright flower. So let's see if we can't get that bright flower. The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamour of Undermere. It's not long before I spy a bright flower amongst the trees. And that bright flower is that one. I'm sure we will find out what it is soon enough. Now put you in archive. Give Hellebore a little bit of a screech. Faye Swift. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her a terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. It seemed to be laughing, but not the joyous laughter of a child, a sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep. I mean, that sounds terrifying, doesn't it? So, let's help you, Miss Swift. So, we need... The strong smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect, making it a common ingredient in sleeping draughts. Why am I struggling with that word so much? The camphor produces a beautiful, rounded, dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. So, you're dark blue, but you're made up of one flower. You're dark blue and made up of many flowers. It's pungent and not unpleasant. The bulb is a soft yellow. The leaves are waxy. Okay, well I'm going to leave you here. You're not dark blue, but you are made up of many of the flowers. Just spread these out a bit so I can see a bit better. Are we all the way to the end? We're all the way to the end. So I think you are forest comfrey. Let's hopefully it is. And we have another one identified. And we also have Butterdale, often found growing in clumps on valley sides. Butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. The dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Okay, well, as per usual, let's label this one up. And we are good to go. Plop you over with your other friends. Okay, I did see in our scrolling a little note, and I don't know if it's got something to do with these, but we've only got this one, which is obviously the other side up. But it's a letter. Let's go for another person. Laura Butterfield. Have you got any wandering beau? That always reminds me of, what's his name? That old hermit inventor, the Wanderer. Anyway, the beau if you've got it. Okay. So this was the fungus that we got a page for earlier, so it's going to be one of these two. It smells strongly of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes water, and not as spongy as most mushrooms. In fact, the undersides are somewhat sharp. Red warts protrude from the caps. So I don't remember this saying anything about foul smelling, so let's have a look. No, they're also quite hard and sharp, so it's got to be this guy. So, here you go. And we have identified. And we've got a new page of Lady of Summer. The leaves curl round delicately, which combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature makes this a sought after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. Okay, well, let's label you up. Let's go for a red, I think. Oh, there we go. There we are, and we will put you over here. Okay. So make sure we close everything. Say goodnight to Hellebore. And end the day, I think. Well, I would explore, but we've got no letters or reason to just yet. So I don't know if you can or should be exploring without direction. Okay, I can click on this. Row H, the third river. It started when she found something that she was not meant to find, a book, tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. I mean, is that me? Have I found a book? So day 2, Saturday. And we have now got a reason to explore. Good morning, Hellebore. Some scritches. Okay. So let's have a look. So row H. What was it? Row H, third river. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I think that's right, row H. A dead deer in the river, yellowed bone protruding from matted hide and rotten flesh. Death for one provides life for many. And we have a new plant. Thank you very much. How very kind. I think we're ready for the day. Isidore Burbage, bring me a sample of Apis demisius and be quick about it. That damn cat is setting off my allergies. Shouldn't have an animal in a shop like this. Well, it's a good job, Mr. Burbage, that this isn't your place, isn't it? Right. So we have no A's. Okay, this makes more sense. So there is Latin underneath the main name. So let's just go through until we can find what he wants. Apis demisius. So he wants Gandhi root. A plant with medicinal properties that can aid with digestive troubles when prepared correctly. Care must be taken, however, as the rough leaves can be an irritant. Only the petals are safe for consumption. Right, let's start at the beginning. So it could be you. A single pink flower that smells pleasant, but I don't think it is going to be you. Could be you. The leaves are coarse to the touch. And it has rough leaves, so I think this is for you. We have a new plant has been identified. Meekdew. The beautiful flowers made up of many smaller florets make this a sought after decorative plant, although it is difficult to care for. It may be pleasant looking, but touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Well, that sounds horrendous, doesn't it? So let's just grab you a sec and label you up. And pop him over here with the rest. And then, yeah, if you go over them, then it all comes up. So that's handy to know. Still don't have anywhere to go, so we'll keep the will to explore. David Chafer, you have some post for me, David. Lake Undermere is looking fine in the sunshine today. Here's your mail. Thank you. Ooh, fancy mail. There's an old slate mine at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. I thought you might be interested. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Thank you very much, Mr. Duncan. I'm going to think we should head over there now. So, let's hope it's not here. There is a cave down there, but we'll leave that because it's not the one we want. We want Hard Knot. Let's have a look. Aha, Hard Knot. So I think just here, he didn't say to the northeast or anything. Okay, okay, let's start at the top, shall we? An iron gate, rusted by years of abandonment, sits across the entrance to a tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. It's locked. So Clavilium, which was the one we got earlier, I think. That opens any lock, so it's going to be heart-shaped leaves. Are you heart-shaped? No, but you have smooth waxy leaves. You are heart-shaped. This flower, the flowers are made up of many smaller blue flowers. They smell pleasant. Let's see. Fingers crossed, everyone. Victory. The gate swings open slowly, complaining loudly on its rusty hinges. After a short exploration of the tunnel, I am rewarded with 3 plants. Okay, so let's get this. Light blue flowers, like the tufts of gentle lamb's wool. Aww. And what are you? 3 new mushrooms. Okay. Let's put you up here so we can see you a bit better. And we want to label Clavilium. And we want to put him on his little shelf. Okay. We've done that, so we can put you in archived. So let's ring the bell for Mr. Reuben Ward. I'm headed to Grisdale Forest, investigating a possible murder there. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. The Sisterhood are a secretive lot, and they're not keen to talk to me. Their leader, the Arda, or whatever they call her, she's dead. Nice. My instinct is they're hiding something. I was hoping you might have some fox button that would help me win them over. I'm sure we do, but we need to find out what it is first, don't we? So, fox button. An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stems. So, you have thick, shiny leaves, or do you? Small leaves, delicate flowers. Blue flowers, stiff leaves. Stiff being thick. It smells of nothing that I can detect. Any others? Any more for any more? No. So it's going to be, I think, one of these two. Stiff leaves or smells of nothing. I mean, that drawing is closer to this, isn't it? Let's try this. We are on a roll. Okay, and we've got a page for Brimlock. And it can be... So those who are suffering from hypothermia can be rescued by a draught made using leaves from the Brimlock plant. It has a warming effect that protects against extreme cold. When conditions are just right in the cold of winter, Brimlock produces small yellow flowers. The leaves are waxy and tough. Okay, so... oh no, which one was it? This one. For... fox button. Oh, double N. And our shelf of completed wondrousness. On to our next. Victoria Gray is back. I wonder who was upstairs. I was able to make out the whispered voices last night with the help of the St. John's poppy. There is a medium using the room, illegally, I might add, holding midnight seances for gullible grievers. Is there a plant you know of that I could use to give them a scare and drive them away? Probably. I need my sleep. Okay, so we are looking for a Harlequin blue. Okay, so something... did we... no, I was going to say, it looks awfully like that, the picture. When the bushy blue flower head dies back, they release seeds with the downy pappus, which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks, widely believed to be spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. And that sounds delightful, doesn't it? Let's have a look. What looks like it would... this does give some downy... almost kind of like a thistle or a dandelion. Blue flowers, light airy scent. Okay. I think it's you. I don't think there's any more. No. Okay. Fingers crossed. Plant has been identified. And Shimmerlung. I don't know if you can hear that, but with all the hot weather we've just had, we've now got another epic thunderstorm for the 3rd day in a row. So if the dog starts going mental, she obviously doesn't like them very much. I do apologise, but she will need lots of cuddles, so I don't think you can blame me. But hopefully it starts raining so I don't have to water our actual garden as well, so that would be lovely. Okay, the dried stem of Shimmerlung burns very brightly and noisily, letting off a near blinding white purple light. Flowers grow warped in large ridged leaves. So we need to name this. And you've guessed it, goes on our little shelf all the way down here. Oh, need another little shelf. Let's put all of our unidentified ones there. I am just going to quickly turn this music volume down a little bit more. Has that made any difference? Who knows? Yeah, a little bit. It's a nice soundtrack, but it's obviously, you don't want it at the forefront of the video all the time. Plus now it means you might be able to hear the thunder a little bit. Okay, so still nothing to find on our map, so we'll go to our next person, who is Bethany Coleman. You may have heard the rumours that our Arda is dead. May Ardinua bring her spirit peace. The nature of her death is unusual. The sisterhood does not often look to outside help, but this is beyond our knowledge. If you show my sisters this letter, they will allow you entry to the forest. To be assured of your discretion, we require that you use Mary's breath to bind yourself to secrecy. Well, obviously I will, so let's have a look. The wide waxy leaves allow this plant to collect a large amount of water it requires. It is said that a person can be bound to secrecy using Mary's breath. It's used to be grown in the royal garden so that the king could ensure the trust of his confidants, but the practice fell out of favour. Okay. So you're a wide veiny leaf, or you're a wide leaf, and veiny. The veined leaves have a waxy finish. So you're a possible smooth, waxy leaves. Nothing about veiny. And nothing else seems to have particularly wide ones. My gut would say it would be this one. So let's see. We are victorious. So we also have our letter. We have failed in our duty as protectors of the forest. Our secrets have been stolen and the Arda has been murdered. You will find us deep in Grisdale Forest, a mile from the lake shore, across from Torva. Please help us. Yours in hope, the Sisterhood of Ardinuana? That's what we're going with. Let's hope we don't have to say that too many times. And this one is what we want to label. Let's go with purple. Okay, so you're labelled and you can go up here. And let's try and find the sisterhood. So, deep in Grisdale Forest, which I actually think I can see straight away, which is a miracle. A mile from the lake shore, so it looks like 1 square, 1 mile, nice. So, and just across from Torva, so there's Torva, so here. There's only one way to find out. Aha! Her sister tries to stop me from entering, but I show her the letter and she lets me through. I'm ushered into a walled courtyard and then through a large oak door, along a corridor and down a set of stone stairs into a cool basement. Lying on a table, draped in silk, is the Arda. There is not a mark on her, but her open eyes are black. Her mouth, her veins, her hair, all black as a raven's wing. Do you know what could do this? Asked my escort. I set to work. Okay, so it looks like something called wren could do this. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn... Oh, this is the one we got, the poisonous one. Okay. Though it has no flower, so we're looking for something that has no flower. And said to smell unpleasant to those that have known death. Has a scent that scratches at the back of my throat, so it's got to be you. We are getting good at deciphering these plants. I extract a sample of the Arda's blood and introduce it to the wren, and my suspicions are confirmed immediately. The leaves of the wren turn black, which can only mean one thing: gilded dendra poisoning. Upon presenting my findings, I'm rushed away quickly. The sisters do not want me hanging around, it seems. They do, however, send me on my way with a couple of plants, which I'm grateful for. So let's collect this, which is the grey sandfire. Sandfire has a tough outer bark, which has many useful properties. Some chew it as a form of dental hygiene, taking care not to swallow it as it can cause unpleasant stomach distress. The flame-like tendrils give off a smoky scent, adding to the impression of a roaring fire. Oh, nice. This, maybe? Anyway, not important just yet. And 2 new plants have been acquired. This, strangely, looks like this. Is it? Well, let's label up wren. And put her on a shelf just down here. And then let's just have a double check, because if we can label that straight away. Has a pleasant scent. The leaves have stiff ribs. Maybe. The dried stem of the shimmerlung burns very brightly and noisily, letting off a near blinding white purple light. Flowers grow wrapped in large ridged leaves, and the leaves have stiff ribs. So I do think that is that. So I don't want to do it until we've 100% confirmed it though. So let's put that in the archive. You can have a bit of a scritch. And, oh, he's back. Isidore Burbage. I am this close to reporting you, half-wit. The last plant you gave me has made my skin itch furiously. It's such a shame. I'll have your little shop shut down and torn to the ground if you don't make this right. So he can have... Okay. I need to think carefully about which plant to use here. My actions could have consequences. And it has a little... Isidore Burbage, so this must be his bio. Burbage is a rich man who inherited a fortune but never experienced the love of his parents. He expects people to do his bidding and is quick to anger. There are many in Undermere who would be glad to see the back of him, but with wealth comes power, and a few would challenge him to his face. Okay, so Butterdale, let's have a look. Often found growing in clumps. Oh, we read this one, didn't we? Or did we? No. Often found growing in clumps on valley sides, Butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. The dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form polis. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Yes, we did read it. I think I'm going crazy. Meek Dew. The beautiful flowers. Yes, so this is the other one. So our thing is basically, do we want to keep him, or do we want him as an ally, or do we want to give him painful sores? What kind of person are we? I think we might want to give him painful sores, you know. Let's see. Flowers are soft purple with a sweet scent. made up of many smaller florets. Okay, so it's going to be maybe this one. Small leaves, delicate flowers. Let's keep looking at this one. I mean, I don't really know what happens if we get one wrong anyway, so I don't think it's this. Red fruits. So put those two together. I think, is it this one? Let's try this one. It is, oh no. Oh, he's going to be so angry. Well, he shouldn't have been rude, should he? Dark red fruits should not be ingested under any circumstances, as they're highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. A cross-section of the stem shows a distinctive triple xylem and folium of the Storian. Wow, okay, thank you for all of that. Let's put you as red. It is proper thundering here. I won't say her name, but the pup is usually really good. So yesterday it was thundering for about 4 hours, and for the first couple she was fine, and then it went absolutely crazy, and then so did she. So I feel for her. I wish you could just explain to your animals that it's fine. They will be safe. Won't you? Yeah. Let's give you scritches. Yeah, there we go. Okay, still nothing to explore, so let's end the day. And we have a new card. North of Hawkshead, east of Lowick, west of Rustland, south of Crinkle Crags. Oh, and the moon? Is the moon changing? They both look fascinated and terrified. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. Oh yeah, because that always works, doesn't it? And we are on Sunday, day 3. Good morning, Mr. Kitten. Let's go explore and see if we can find this. So, north of Hawkshead. Hopefully I'm not covering it here. So, let's see if we can find any of the others. Or let's move this. East of Lowick. With Crinkle Crags. Right, let's focus for any of the ones. Okay, Hawkshead is here, Crinkle Crags is there. So north of Hawkshead. East of Lowick. Lowick, where are you? West of Rustland. Okay, so there's Rustland further down, and Lowick is here. So east of Rustland. So east of Lowick, west of Rustland, north of Hawkshead, and south of Crinkle Crag. So it's got. Is it got to be this one? Oh, victory! My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man standing at the edge of his field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fixate on nothing. A whisper of an expression as my gaze sweeps his face, but only a whisper. He raises his arm and points. I follow his outstretched finger, and I'm surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. Aww. Well, they're pretty. Probably kill you, but you know, for now they're pretty. Where's my drawer? Excuse me. And let's see. Wilbur Miller, you are new. I'm looking for a plant. Lady of what's it, something or other. I'm no green-eyed Drea, that's for sure. My mind isn't all what it used to be. It's the one that's supposed to help with mental decline. Okay, Lady of Summer. Yes, the leaves curl round delightfully, which combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature make this a sought-after ornamental plant. So, the leaves curl. You've got curly leaves. A sweet-smelling dark flower. That's the only other one that looks like this, and that doesn't have curly leaves. So, ooh, Lady of Summer. And we've got Fennet. Chewing the tough root of this plant is said to ease gastric distress and reduce anxiety. It has long, soft leaves. Okay, well, let's label you up. Lady of Summer. And plop you on your shelf. And the next person, oh, my little honeybee has come under the desk now. They're saying the Arder's been killed. I know a lot of people don't trust that sisterhood, but it seemed to me the Arder always looked out for the less fortunate. Yeah, little honeybees come to play our game with us today. And let's see what our letter is today. The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I would advise against it, but if you are determined to explore Great Gable, be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve that can keep you warm should the weather turn against you. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Okay, well, we do have a will to explore, and there was a plant that kept us warm, wasn't there? No, it wasn't Shimmerlong. I'm sure it will let us know. We'll have a look in a sec, won't we? So where are we? Great Gable. Let's put you just here. Sorry if you hear some strange noises. Honey is literally trying to climb her way as close as physically possible to me right now, which is fine. And in that, I have also found Great Gable. Maybe she's a good luck charm. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I'm still some distance from the summit. I am freezing cold and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain, unless we have some brimlock, which will help us in the cold, I think. Those suffering from hypothermia, so that's the one we were talking about earlier. So when conditions are just right, the leaves are waxy and tough. So is it smooth waxy leaves? I don't think we've got any others that are just leaves. So fingers crossed. Yes. I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and I'm presently rewarded. So let's collect this, and we've got Sunset Mount Trap. Oh, I'll get in there. Oh no, cap. The Sunset Mount Cap is a type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called stinking Mount Cap, as a result of its unpleasant odour. It is thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the home and is often placed in doorways. It is mildly toxic to humans and should not be eaten. Okay, so I think that's this. Again, we'll do it when someone comes and asks for it, because I want to be 100% sure. And let's label this one up. Brimlock. Okay. and collect our gift. Okay, so now I was going to say that looks really similar to this one, but it's a little bit duller, isn't it? So thank you, Amos. I'll put you in the archive. Norman Lee. This plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Please take it. I want nothing more to do with it. Oh, bye. I mean, it looks kind of cursed, doesn't it? Thank you very much for the mushrooms. Simone Green, our friend from the library. Hellebore. Always a pleasure, my feline friend. I hope he hasn't been nibbling the plants again. I have a favour to ask. You owe me for the hours I spent digging out the information on those plants. Yes, okay. We do, Simone, to be fair. I've been burning the midnight oil again and could use some common trouse, and I know where to find it. Okay, well, let me in. According to Grayson's herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike. Am I going to need a pen here? I'll come by the day after tomorrow and collect it. I have business in the Sedbergh in the meantime. Here, take this. Thank you very much. Whilst I just try and find a little piece of paper that I can write on. Yeah, this should do. Grows in abundance on red pike. Okay. Okie dokie. Here, take this. Thank you very much. Common trouse. Despite being described as common, the trouse is in fact can be quite tricky to find. However, it's known to grow in abundance on the slopes of red pike. Nobody knows why. Its leaves have been used for centuries as a balm against eye strain. Well, let's go and have a look. Where, oh where, is red pike? It's got to be here. Okay, let's go here. I enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. This is going to be... The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the views majestic. I do not have to look hard to find what I'm after. So you must be what she was after. So let's pop that there. And... oh no, what was it called? Common trouse. Let's label it up for her. Okay, well, there you go, Simone. Done and done. You didn't even have to come back in a couple of days. All sorted. Little scritch for you. Little scritch for my one down by my feet. Verona Green. When you work with the occult, I find it pays to uphold a certain image. If you're going to be accused of performing witchcraft anyway, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show every now and then. Let the punters know what I'm capable of, sort of thing. I mean, I agree with that. Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, but the little bugger called my bluff. Oh, don't look at me like that. You know what little boys are like. I can assure you he deserves to be turned into a toad. Okay, well, if I can assist you. Anyway, I think a little display is needed to discourage this sort of behaviour in future. I mean, if we've got something, have we got any shimmerlung? Possibly, you know? Let's have... oh, we've got several pages now. So we thought it was this one, didn't we? So let's try it. Yes, we were right. We should trust ourselves more often. And we've got candlewood. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Long, thin stems grow among tall leaves. Okay, well we can label this up. Oh, not lunt, lung. Oh, it would have helped if I actually grabbed the plant, wouldn't it? And plop him up here. Move these guys down here. Okay, we are getting a lot of plants. Ruth Douglas. There is a beautiful plant that I've been looking for all over, but nobody seems to have any. M something. Monk brew? I'm not sure. I do know that you shouldn't touch the leaves though. Okay, so is it going to be meek dew? Is that the one? Yeah, probably. So luckily, because we gave it to the main guy, we already know what it is, but this one. Nice. Why is that identified? I thought we already knew what that was. Anyway, that's absolutely fine. We've got nothing else to explore for the rest of the day. So let's end our day. And pick up our next card. Which is not a full card. Okay. Time passed. A year and then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, and what she pictured when she dreamed. And we are on to day 4, which is a Monday, which is also today. So it seems like a good time to finish the video here so I can go and comfort my little pooch in the thunderstorm that we're having. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm really enjoying playing this. It makes you think a little bit and it's also very beautiful. So I hope you all have a great rest of the day. As always, if you want to like and subscribe the video, that's always appreciated so I know what kind of things you guys want to see. I think that's all. Bye guys!